Hello, everybody. Welcome back. Okay, so Corrin, the man, is getting a legendary this time. Man, I just realized that I kind of completely forgot that the female legendary Corrin even exists. Because usually, there's actually a lot better versions of her around. So honestly, just kind of forgot the existence of it. I remember the art of the female one is actually pretty good. I just don't remember much of her at all because the other versions of her exist and they're just arguably better. So let's see what kind of power creep we're dealing with this one. Okay. Okay, yeah, that needs to be done. That needs to be done.
Legendary hero. No,
Oh.
You must be mistaking me for one of my siblings.
What the heck? Wait, what was that? Is this voice deeper than usual? Hold on. Pause. Oh no, not pause. No, don't pause. Don't pause. What? That voice is a lot deeper than I remembered.
This is the path I chose.
No, but it's the same dude though. So weird. Yeah.
We'll forge our destinies.
Uh-huh. By the way, what is that top left thing on the screen? Anyway. As the fire pair of speed. Faye, Asker, ooh, neat. Okay, Shazzy, okay, yep, that one, yep. Ooh, Golve, nice. Cavassier, cool. Lucina, okay, not bad. It's a pretty good lineup. Yeah, that's a pretty good lineup. All right. Yeah, I'm gonna say this is actually a pretty dang good lineup. Not gonna lie. Anyway, so let's begin right away with the artwork. Okay, so not gonna lie, I didn't think that that's the same voice actor, but it is in fact the same voice actor. Cam Clark voices it because I think his voice is a lot deeper than I remembered. And Panico, I think Panico recently has been doing some really dang good art. So yeah, good for Panico doing some good art recently. But yeah, this just looks like Corrin, and I don't really have a problem with this. I mean, this looks like the Hoshido Noble Corrin, so this is pretty good. So I got nothing wrong with it. It's a green dragon this time. Interesting. Got enough more to say to that. We move on. So let's see if we can navigate through the skills, find the inheritable ones. Okay, so for inheritables, yes, AR Ploy 3. Okay, I think it's only been used one at a time before, I think. But yeah, this is a pretty rare one, so okay, pretty good. So yeah, this is like a high res unit, because dragon, but it doesn't seem like there's much else. I'm not sure if it's going to be an attack res focus or a speed res focus. Although maybe a speed res focus, I don't know. Anyway, so SR Finish 4. Wow, I don't. This says that it's been used before, but I don't remember it being used before. Maybe it's not another dragon unit that I have that I just don't realize. Anyway, so this is not a true dragon wall, not to the high dragon wall. I want to know how high this dragon wall goes. Or the dragon wall is a different kind of high. Ha! Anyway, Phantom Res, okay. Inflict speed SR4, okay. If units res greater than foes res, damage reduction by percent between their stats. So depending on the okay, so stat differential damage reduction if your res is higher. Let's see here. Ranged foes cannot warp into spaces within a forces of unit. Okay, that could be useful against characters like Yuri or characters that just likes to warp around everywhere, and we have a lot of ranged units that do that. So that's not gonna stop Sharina though. That ain't stopping Sharina. So she just goes everywhere. Yeah. I think this is okay. I don't think this is that great, but I think it could be great. But I don't think it's that great. Anyway, for hold on, I'm just gonna get the okay. So okay, so the weapon and the special is a little much. So just bear with me here. So Dragon Fang Shot, you know, the neutral B, I think. Because, you know, opens up the Dragon Fang and then shoots stuff. So I think this is supposed to be the neutral B. Unfortunately, Corrin stays normal. That transforms into his dragon form anyway. That'll be pretty funny if, like, instead of, you know, transforming into his horse dragon form, he just stays normal, and then when he does his special, he just throws out the neutral special. That'll be pretty cool. That'll be pretty cool, unique. So that'll be pretty cool. Anyway, Boost special by 40 of res. Okay. If unit's res is greater than foe's res, damage reduction. We just did damage reduction. From attacks, including combat, whatever, equal to, let's see, damage reduction from area effect specials by percentage equal to 4 minus the current special cooldown count times the difference between stats, or a maximum of 10. Isn't that a little complicated formula that's not necessary? I think we've had like unnecessary complicated formulas for damage reduction. Like you could just flat out say damage by 40%, and that would be good. You don't need to have like some sort of like easy like all those complicated things just to make it seem like, oh, it's actually more like 25%. No, it's actually 31%. No, it's actually 6. I think it's kind of unnecessary. Not gonna lie. Just say 40. We've had other characters with damage reduction more than that. We don't need complicated formulae that you know, totals up like max is not even that great. So anyway, if unit special is ready or unit special is triggered during combat, we just did damage reduction by 50%. Like, why don't we just have that instead of the one above it? So we've already had like damage reduction, so and then it's an additive. It's more like a whatever. So okay, how many more like damage reduction are we gonna stack onto this one character like base kit? Anyway, okay, so Divine Vein Water when special is triggered, and a target space on each space within 2 spaces of the target space for 1 turn. So it's like a Lumiere situation, I think. All right, so Divine Vein Water, what did that do? I think we haven't had that before. Applies the following effect on the space. Acts as difficult terrain for foes or for ranged foes. Okay. I'll see that on inheritable stuff. Okay, I'm already interested in this. Anyway, acts as difficult terrain for ranged foes. And, you know, moving in space cost +1. I think, does that mean that, but does that mean flyer mages are still good? Anyway, does not apply to unit can't be slowed terrain effect. Move costs cannot exceed units allowed movement. Does that also include flyer units? Because like if flyer mages or flyer staffs had difficult terrain here, that'll be pretty weird. And also, I think also applied Divinely Water. If like speed -5 and damage reduction of non-special by 50%. We just did this already. My goodness, like I think we're at like 4. I think like 3 or 4. Like yeah, no, it's 4. We're now currently at 4 different ways of damage reduction on this one thing. 3 of them are just as one special. I thought this was going to say Dragon Fang Shot, not Dragon Fang Shield. There's a lot of damage reduction here. Anyway, weapon, Hoshido's Breath, let's see here. Has distant counter. Fine. Makes sense. And the starter turn, unit HP greater than a quarter, units cooldown counts maximum, grants cooldown -1. Okay. And it's already at 2, so it's basically at 1 all the time. Starter combat, unit HP is greater than a quarter, grants bonuses to all equal to number of allies in 3 spaces of the unit. Okay. Times 3. Okay. -5, max of 14. Okay. At this point, okay. We got our reduces damage at first time by 7 during combat. Now we're at a flat number, so we just went like various different ways of doing percent damage, and now we're at a flat number. What is this? Some sort of defense against like occultist and assassin strike? Even though it doesn't say against those, it says against the hit after those, which reminds me of the same thing. Anyway, where are we? Parentheses. And also, you know, false attack and trigger for special and res check. Inflicts cooldown -1 foe before first attack, sure. If units HP greater than a quarter start of combat, it needs special cooldowns at maximum value. We just did this already. And dragon effect. Okay, so there's a lot of redundancy in this. Okay, so there's a lot of redundancy in Corrin's kit. Lots of redundancy. I don't think there's a lot of redundancy. I'm not entirely sure it's necessary. I mean, granted, this last bit that if it's what was it? If it's it started combat and special cooldowns counts maximum value, that one it's already covered by the start of turn. So at that point, is it even possible for the second paragraph to even apply? Or is that supposed to be some sort of redundancy for the actual effect, which is on the other paragraph? I'm not entirely sure. I think it's just redundancy. It's kind of not necessary. And with like 5 different layers of damage reduction onto this one unit, I thought I wanted to say, oh, damage reduction by a flat 99, because you can't, they just might as well just not hit him at all. Anyway, so the actual banner. Let's look at the rest of the banner. So the rest of the banner is actually pretty dang good. It's pretty dang good. I'm not gonna lie. All right. So here's what we are, right? So Corrin is green. Other characters in green are in the legendary Aliar F, which is the one I use, and I actually do like her. You know, the one that can punch things. I think she's pretty cool. So yeah, definitely worthy of them to merge. And also Rearm Cena. So yeah, Rearm Cena is actually pretty good on her own right. So honestly, green's a really good color on this banner. So pretty good. Let's see here. Red has the emblems and has capacity. I don't have either of the two, so or either the three, and I'm not sure if you want to have emblems. I don't want to complicate my own game with emblems. Plus, I already said no emblems on Engage, so no emblems here too. But maybe we might want to do some foddering sessions out with Lagoo's friend, because people in the subreddit have always talking about Lagoo's friend this, Lagoo's friend that. It's just like the default B for every infantry unit in the game, essentially. And I'm not even sure if Lagoo's friend is even infantry locked or even melee locked. For how much people have been talking about that's one B skill. It's like the B skill to end all B skills, essentially. Like if it's not like a trace skill, then it's Lagoo's friend. Anyway, that aside, Colorless currently has Hortensia, Asker, and Galvig. I do like Hortensia Galvig because I have both of them. I do use both of them. So, heck, I do use Galvig on my Abyss Slayer team. So, honestly, like, I already like her because, like, she not only is she hot, but she also murders everything in sight with, like, constant movement, like, just kind of what Shireen's doing right now. And I don't have Asker, and I really will like him too. So, because he's cool. Finally, Blue has Faye, Lumera, and Shezzy. I like to have Lumera, to be honest. I would like to have her. The thing is that she also surrounded by other characters that either already have that I forgot to even exist. So, unfortunately, Lumera is kind of not doing well in this band. It's like sort of like the one odd one out because I want to have her, but the problem is that the other units there exist. And as much as I would like to have another merge with Shezzy, I don't use her, so. Okay, so honestly, this banner is stacked. This banner is really dang good. Like, if this is supposed to be a counterbalance against whatever summer banner is coming up, or whatever band's coming up in June normally, this is a really good bait. This is probably the best bait banner I've ever had in a long time. Like, I know there's a lot of like decent bait banners, but this is like probably the bait banner. where like all but maybe one of them, maybe all but two of these characters, and both share the same color, are actually really good units like to have. So honestly, I got nothing more to say here. This is a really good bait banner. I don't know who I want to go for here. I mean, I could go for the new units who could have defense upon defense upon defense. And I just realized right now before I end off, hey, wait a minute. Don't I use a Corrin that is very heavily defensive, and now we're having another Corrin that's very heavily defensive? The return to news Corrin, everybody!